Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Elevated TV. My name's David Nancaro, and I'm your host for this evening. And I'm also the owner and founder of Elevated Life Coaching. Now today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about mindset. Mindset is how your mind works. The things you do in your life are a reflection of what you're thinking about. So for example, there's a thing called self-talk. Self-talk is what you say to yourself in your mind. So that's how you, when you look in the mirror, am I a beautiful person? And just your general way of thinking. So whether you're thinking in a negative or positive way, so you can change this very easily. With a few simple steps, you can look in the mirror and tell yourself that you're a beautiful and amazing person and how much you truly love yourself. I'm not talking about conceit. I'm talking about true love. Love for you. Love for such an amazing being. And I think this is a very, very important thing in life, because how we talk to ourselves is truly what we emit out and give to other people. So that's a little bit about self-talk. And now, it's a truly funny thing what we think of ourselves. And we seem to think that everybody else in the world is judging us, when truly we are just the ones that are judging ourselves. And we're seeing everybody else is reflection in ourselves. So what I mean by that is that what actually we're thinking about, we're actually seeing. So if we're thinking about not wanting to see someone, or something not to come into our life, then it's going to happen whether we like it or not, because we're thinking about it. So if you're thinking about it on a positive or a negative level, that thing is still going to come into your life. Now also I'd like to talk about a little thing called labelling. Now I know we all like to belong to things because the three main fears of human beings are fear of not being loved, fear of not belonging, and the fear of losing something. These are the three main fears of human beings. And everything in life boils down to this. Hate boils down to our fears. Because certain things happen in our lives and they truly affect the way that we see and perceive the world. So labelling, so is it really important to say that I belong to a certain brand? Or is this just what the governments and the brands out there want us to do? They want us to belong to something. So we market their label. So we say, I belong to this amazing brand. You need to belong to it as well. Because if you don't, then there's no way that you'll be as cool as me, because, you know, I'm a label man. And that's just a little bit about labeling. Now, another thing I'd like to talk about is your physiology. So that's how you stand. Whether you stand upright or you lean with your shoulders down and look a bit depressed. Your physiology becomes your psychology. So the way you stand is the way that you see yourself and the way you're actually perceived in the world by other people. So if you're standing with your shoulders down and you're a little bit upset, which we all have these days, people are going to see you as a very negative and condescending and not maybe understanding sort of person. Fair enough, it just might be that you're having a bad day. But if you actually bring yourself up, if you're having a bad day, stand tall, smile at people, you'll find that your psychology actually changes in your mind. So you'll actually start to feel and emit a lot better frequency, and people will see that, and in return you'll gain love and respect from those people around you, which I think is a truly beautiful and honourable thing to do. Now I'd just like to thank you all for listening in today on Elevated TV, and I'd just like to leave you with this little quote, and it's one of my favourite quotes. And the quote is, nothing has meaning except the meaning that you give it. So therefore, if you give something a meaning, then only you've given it that meaning. Fair enough, someone else might have, but they'll never truly understand the meaning you've given it, because we're all individual people. We all think differently. We can't understand what else somebody's thinking or seeing or perceiving. We can only truly see what we see. My name's David Nancaro, and thank you very much for listening today.
Lift me up out of these blues. Won't you tell me something true? I believe in you.